I'm excited about our win. I thought in the second half defensively, we were really, really good. And I think that's can I just tell you how my feet really hurt right now? I'm serious. I can't even think right now. My feet hurt. I stepped on something, and I tried to play it off, and but I can't complain because there are a lot of children in the world that don't have shoes and walk barefoot all the time, so I won't complain. So it was a great win. I'm really excited about where our guys are. I think we're playing some of our best basketball of the year, especially defensively. First half, we just, I thought a great the crowd was, and good. Students at Georgia State, alumni at Georgia State. It should be that way every time we play. I just don't understand it. We need you. We need you. All of our sports need you. But that's what we need. Our students, that fan base out there, that really lifted us. When we were down a little bit, that fan base lifted us. I don't know what I got to do. And if there are some students out there that can tell me, I will do it. If I got to walk barefoot every single day, I'll do that. We need that. And I'm dead serious about that. I just think that, I've been here long enough, and I love saying this. It's not to brag or to boast, but this is the winningest program in the state of Georgia in basketball since I've been here. Take pride in that. Take pride in what these guys do. We got one of the best basketball players in the country in DeMarcus Simons. I said when RJ and Ryan Harrell were here, they don't stay here forever. It's hard to get those kind of guys. So come and watch those guys play. DeMarcus is a special, special player. He was terrible today, and he almost had a triple-double. If I was any better coach, he would have played better. But when you got a special talent like that, and I hate to go off on this rant that way, but I appreciate you so much. But we need you guys to come for the rest of the year. We're in a fight for another championship, and we need our students, and we need our fans, we need our alumni. We need them at every game. Don't just make it the Georgia Southern week. Georgia Southern week should be every week. So with that, questions? Yes, sir.
So you talked about defensively how you guys stepped in the second
Yeah.
half. They were basically polar opposites for Southern, shooting from behind the three-point range. So what exactly did you guys change there?
Well, I think that the first half, especially DeMarcus, I thought I walked out of the game before the game and said, let's make sure that we're into the game and not into the crowd. And it was just the opposite the first half. We were more into the crowd. The crowd got us going instead of us being lost in the game. Let's be lost in the game. Don't get lost in the crowd. Second half, we got lost in the game, especially defensively. And that's what we are. I mean, if you look at our defensive numbers, they're one of the best in the country. We're one of the top 20 teams in the country defensively. And we didn't play that way in the first half, but the second half we did. I think this is now the 5th or 6th straight game that a team hadn't shot over 40%. We've only had 2 teams all year shoot over 50%. This is a great defensive team that no one talks about. And so again, we weren't that team in the first half, but we settled down, and then we used the crowd to energize us. Went from a 7-point game over with the dunks and the steals.
I was going to ask you, Coach, was that kind of the turning point in the game? Because I had it 54-51.
Yeah.
You guys didn't back.
Yeah, the dunk. I mean, DeMarcus is, he's one of those type of guys that he, everything's about it. He's an emotional guy. His coach is more of a relaxed, calm guy, but he's he's kind of an emotional guy. So he feeds off of that. And when that crowd was going, man, it fed off of him. It wasn't that, he hit a lot of jump shots, but the one thing that kid can do, he can will you to wins. And so we almost had to have a fight on the bench because he didn't want to come out. And so sometimes we got to fight to get him out. He's so competitive that way. And so he got the 2 fouls and he settled down. But again, for us, it was a great win because we love in-state games. It's terrific and all that. I think it's always great for the city and the state of Georgia to win in-state games. But they were a game ahead of us in the standings. And so we're trying to win a championship. So this was important. And our defense is what's going to win us a championship.
With Tukey Brown now playing, obviously, for Georgia Southern today, did that change the game plan defensively for you guys at all?
Yeah, it was the worst thing the news I got. I was having a really good day. I felt good about the game until my assistant came in and said he wasn't going to play. I've been in there. So then what happens is guys started to feel they had nothing to lose. And so they were shooting the ball in the first half like that. It's always when you lose your best player, it usually works for about a half or half of a game where everybody's making shots and you feel good about yourself. But at the end, they'll settle down. I worried about that. So my whole speech before changed a little bit. My whole speech before that changed a little bit because it was. I thought it was important that I talk about him not being there, and so I thought when we settled, that's what I meant by settle down in the second half.
Is terrible the right adjective to use for DeMarcus' afternoon?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean that's what his terrible is. I mean 24, 10, and 6, and he was terrible because he had 4 turnovers. He got to cut that out. No, he's just one of the things that I have to do with DeMarcus is that I've got to keep challenging him. And there are a lot of things. I thought he rested a little bit defensively, and so sometimes I got to challenge a little. So you'll see us kind of go at it a little bit. I did the exact same thing with RJ. When you have really good players, you got to know what buttons to push with them. And the difference between RJ and DeMarcus is DeMarcus can't go home and tell my wife. RJ did. He made my life miserable when I got home. You know, it's not like Marcus going to call my wife and tell her that, you know, that I was yelling at him. But he needs that. And so you got to know the buttons to push with him. But he is a special player. I mean, there's no question about that.
You talked a lot about DeMarcus, but Jeff Thomas actually had a great game today, 5 for 5, and all coming from beyond the arc. Speak a little bit about his.
He was terrific. I think, you know, this is our 4th straight game or 5th straight game where we have 5 guys averaging double figures. We're moving the ball around. I mean, look at it. We had, you know, 17 assists tonight. You know, we didn't turn the ball over much. It's all of our guys. I highlight DeMarcus because, again, he made some special plays in there. But Jeff made every open shot. It's 5 for 5 from the 3. But what makes him special is those kickouts that DeMarcus was getting. The first half, DeMarcus was trying to force those. And we said, Jeff's man is helping off of it. And so we wanted to talk about that at halftime. And so that really got Jeff going, and DeMarcus was able to trust him. And, you know, Jeff wide open, he gets his feet under him. He's going to make that shot. But I thought I thought Zeke coming off the bench was huge. I thought our bench won us the game. I thought, you know, between he and I thought JT were terrific coming off the bench. Our bench was really, really good at both ends of the floor.
Coach, as you just spoke about the bench, a lot less Kane Williams today, and a lot more Isaiah Williams. What was the decision behind it? I
knew going in, I think I wasn't going to play many freshmen today. You know, we had a week off, so I knew we weren't really tired. Kane usually sparks. He usually comes in at that time to rest DeMarcus. And so we got him in for a little bit in that regards. But I thought when he went in, he did a good job. But this game here, you know, I was going with my older guys that have been in this environment. You know, because I look at their freshmen, and when he got in, he's kind of turned it over a little bit. And you know, this environment will get you. Yeah, that's why I love this environment. This is one of the hardest places in the country to play when we get people in here. It's hard. I talk to coaches that come in here, and when they see this, like, man, it's like you had 9 or 10 guys on the floor with the crowd. They can't hear what the coaches are saying. That's why I need these students. I need everybody to come back, man. We got a special team here. Come back and support these kids. So is that it?
Yeah, one more. Coach, you mentioned Zeke a little bit.
Yeah.
Over the past 5 games, he's really been a guy who stepped up.
Yeah.
What do you think it was that kind of turned around for him?
5th-year senior. My seniors are playing like seniors that want to win a championship. You know, I always say when you have a championship team, you got to have seniors that are hungry. And I think both of my seniors right now are extremely hungry. And he's relaxed. You know, before, you know, the crowd would get on him when he wouldn't take those shots. Now he's taking those shots. He's just relaxed a little bit. You know, whenever you play in a season, there's your ups and downs. It's how you handle the downs when things get that way. And so he handled it very well. And every player kind of goes through it. But you're starting to see right now, as he's peaking, our team's starting to peak right now. We're really starting to peak right now on both ends of the floor. Because, again, you got to pick your poison. You take away the shooters with 13 to 27, or do you try to take away DeMarcus? So you got, you know, that's what coaches have to decide, and especially in this building, man. And we just, you know, we're at another level. If you look at, since we've been here, the number of wins that we won in this building, you know, we shoot the ball well in this building. It's just something about it. So even when we get a new place, whenever that might happen, and I hope I'm the coach when they do get a new place, this place right here is a special place to play.